Have you ever felt completely stuck? Like you're running on a hamster wheel, working harder and harder every single day, but your life just isn't changing? That was me. I wasn't just broke in my bank account. I was broke in my mindset. I was trapped, thinking just like everyone else around me, following the same well-worn path that led to the exact same place: mediocrity. I believed the lie that if I just put in more hours, if I just sacrificed a little more, things would magically get better. But they never did. I'd come home exhausted, look at my bank statement, and feel a deep sense of despair. Nothing was moving. I was just trading my precious time, my life, for a paycheck that barely covered the bills. Then one day, I came across a single sentence. It wasn't in a fancy book or a high-priced seminar. It was just a simple phrase, but it hit me like a lightning bolt. It was the key that unlocked the cage I had built around myself. The sentence was this: poor people ask, how much will I earn? Rich people ask, what can I build? I must have read it a dozen times. It was so simple, yet so profound. It completely shattered my reality. All my life, my focus had been on the first question. Every job interview, every career choice was dictated by the salary. How much will they pay me? That was the only thing that mattered. I was so focused on the immediate reward, the paycheck, that I never stopped to think about the bigger picture. That's when I realized the fundamental difference. Chasing a paycheck means you are always trading your time for money. Your income is capped by the number of hours you can physically work. When you stop working, the money stops coming in. It's a linear, limited path. You're essentially a resource for someone else's vision, a cog in someone else's machine. You're building their dream, not your own. But when you ask, what can I build? The entire game changes. You shift your focus from earning to creating. You start thinking about assets, systems, and value that exists independently of your time. This could be a business, a brand, a digital product, a piece of content, an investment portfolio. It's something that can grow, scale, and, most importantly, generate income even when you're not actively working on it. That realization was my turning point. I made a conscious decision right then and there to stop chasing paychecks. It was terrifying. It meant letting go of the perceived security of a steady job and embracing uncertainty. I stopped looking for jobs and started looking for problems I could solve. I stopped asking what a company could offer me and started asking what skills I needed to acquire to build something of my own. I became obsessed with learning. Not for a certificate or a promotion, but for practical application. I learned about digital marketing, content creation, automation, and sales funnels. I spent my nights and weekends not just consuming information, but actively building small projects, testing ideas, failing, and learning from those failures. It wasn't about finding a get-rich-quick scheme. It was about a fundamental rewiring of my brain. I started seeing opportunities everywhere. Instead of just using social media, I started to understand the business behind it. Instead of just buying products online, I started to analyze the marketing strategies that made me buy them. Every interaction became a learning experience. I started to build skills that had leverage. Skills that once learned could be applied over and over again to create value for others, and in turn, generate income for myself. The focus shifted from what I could get to what I could give. And paradoxically, the more value I focused on creating for others, the more opportunities started flowing back to me. Now let me be clear. I'm not here to tell you I'm a millionaire living on a private island. I'm not rich yet, not by a long shot. The journey is long, and I still have so much to learn and build. But here's the most important part. I am no longer poor. And I don't mean financially. I mean mentally. My mind is no longer in a state of scarcity and limitation. I wake up every day excited, not because of a paycheck waiting for me, but because of the possibilities of what I can create. I've broken free from the hamster wheel. I'm building assets that work for me, slowly but surely. I'm designing a life, not just making a living. And that, right there, is the crucial first step. Because true, lasting wealth doesn't start in your wallet or your bank account. It starts with a single, powerful shift in the way you think. It starts in your mind. The real question is, are you thinking rich or are you thinking poor? Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more.